Hello, guys, and welcome back to the fourth ever episode of Mind of the Pack.
My name is Olaf, your
And
host.
My name is Glenn, and today we're gonna talk to Rio and Jimmy.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Today we're gonna be talking about basketball, which is a sport both of you play
Yeah.
very well, and football because both of you do play.
Yeah.
Right.
So, last year, 2023-2024 academic year, you guys won the basketball under 19s
Yes.
If I'm right, first place.
champions.
champions. So just run it back. Like, how does it feel being champions of under 19?
Of course, great, but D4, we need a bit more work on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We need a bit more work.
So like, how is it like the mental aspects of the team? Like, what really motivated all of you guys to like really push for that win?
Well, everyone just wanted the win.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted the win, and we just fought for it, and we had it in the end.
So Rio, you also play basketball, am I correct?
Right.
So where do you play?
Pro form,
Pro form.
Pro form.
Pro form. Wow.
Wow.
And which division do you play in?
Division 1.
Div 1.
Div
Yeah.
1.
D1.
Impressive.
Whoa. And which age group?
16.
Under 16.
Yeah, U16, yeah.
U16. That's again like a really great achievement, Rio. Like playing
Congrats.
Pro form in Div
Thank
1.
you,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
we're just gonna
Thank you so much.
little clap, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, walk me through the mental struggles you face while you're on the court.
Mental struggles. I say, sometimes when I make like a mistake on the court, I think a lot of the people outside, right, watching, are gonna like talk smack, right?
Yeah.
And like sometimes when that like gets into my head, right, it really like affects how I play
Yeah.
on the court. So
Does it make you play better or worse?
worse, definitely. I think I say
Yeah.
worse because sometimes when they talk smack, I just really get, like irritated, I think.
Yeah.
And that really just like affects how I play, like it's really going to make me play worse, like make more mistakes. And I think that was one of the most like hard struggle,
Yeah.
basketball.
So, what did you do to like overcome that struggle? Like,
One of the things I did was just ignore it, and just kind of, just remember all like in my head, I just think about all all of like the good moments that I had in
Yeah.
my career. And, I just do that to kind of motivate myself and just kind of remember who I am and just not listen to all the,
as we know,
all
like
smack.
actions do speak louder than words.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you try and like fight it back with your skills.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So, Jimmy, since you're like the captain of basketball, am I right?
Vice captain?
Vice captain. How has your like approach to basketball changed?
Well, since I have a job or assigned position for the team, I have to care more about my teammates. Like, whatever I do, I have to think of my teammates, and I have to build the bond between the teachers and the students or the coaches.
Yeah.
So like we have to get the team together. But for me, I'm just more supporting the captain. Like, sure, you're right,
Yeah.
because he's the captain.
Yeah.
So I gotta support him more, as in what we do, and then we have to communicate more with each other to make it clear.
Yeah. So obviously, like compared to before you were captain, right? You would be more focused on the physical aspect of the game, trying to really get as much performance out of yourself personally.
Yeah.
But as you shift to a different position in basketball, obviously now you have to, if I'm right, now you have to look more of the mental aspects and bring up team morale, especially if, I don't think you are, but if you're losing, like what would you do to bring up that team morale?
Well, of course, first we have to cheer the team up, so like get everyone to calm down, and then focus on what we have to do. For example, if we're locked on defense, play more on defense, communicate, talk. What we have to do, what you want the teammates to do for you, or what I'm gonna do. So make it clear, and we're just gonna get the work done.
Rio,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so you play football.
Not
every now
as
and
much
then.
as
Not as
basketball.
much as
Yeah,
basketball, right?
right, yeah.
Where do you play in football?
I don't know, maybe just for fun or
Fun.
like sometimes in school, yeah.
So like,
What about Jimmy? Like, should we say like, oh, what about you, Jimmy?
yeah, but like, we just asked you a question.
We'll cut this out.
I noticed like Rio was just sitting there.
But like,
quite sad.
listen though, because I don't play football
Yeah,
outside of school.
that's why I was
Yeah, 'cause,
confused.
like-
Exactly.
We should go the other way.
Exactly.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
I said
we'll
it too,
ask-
because I don't play.
Okay,
Like
then
I don't play
what
football.
do we ask? We'll ask you about sleep. You'll ask him about sleep now.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
So, Rio, like, since you play so much basketball, like how do you balance your work life and like
My work life, like as in school, like
school and like
academically?
sports? Yeah.
Um, I think I just kind of balance it out when, like when I'm at home, I think first I just do work, right? Because honestly, like I don't want to get onto my games first, because if I do that, I'm probably like not gonna stop, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm gonna do my work first, and then after I'm done, probably just gonna have my free time, do whatever I want.
What do you do in your free time?
Maybe like call with my friends. I just love talking with my friends, honestly.
Does that like help with your mental health and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I say, because we can talk about any like problems that we have, any like homeworks that we have or like assignments in school, and that really helps me academically as well. So,
Mm.
so yeah, it's really
If you're
good.
like feeling down and stuff, like,
Mhm.
do you play any video games or what sort of like activities do you do?
I mean, like for me, honestly, I think it depends on the person. But for me, like when I'm feeling down, I don't really want to like associate with any other people. I like to be alone when I'm actually feeling
Mm.
down. So when I'm actually feeling down, I just kind of stay in my room and try to get myself,
Mm.
more like happy.
Yeah. So I have a question to both of you actually.
Mhm.
So obviously, being a sports player, you need to
Mhm.
have a good diet. What do you think your diets are like on a scale of 1 to 10? How good is your diet?
Ooh.
I mean,
first?
I
The
can-
truth comes out on my
I mean,
side.
Yeah.
Of course.
I say like a 7, honestly.
7.
I don't really
Seven?
eat like McDonald's, but when I do go out with my friends, like sometimes I do go like fast food, like McDonald's and stuff. But I think most of the time I really just eat at home, and my mom, cooks for me, and she cares
Mhm.
about like
Yeah.
what food I eat and like the diet. So, you know, I think, honestly, like I just rate it a 7.
A 7. And you, Jimmy?
Yeah, almost.
I'd have to go with a 5.
A 5.
Yes.
Wow. 5.
Well, the 5 points come from homemade food, right? Otherwise, I also go with McDonald's, like fast food and eat outside. But like, cause I eat food in a unregular timetable, right? Cause
Yeah.
sometimes I eat breakfast late, sometimes I eat early, dinner too. Usually I have it at 5, right?
Yeah.
But if I have like sports to do, I'm probably gonna go to like 6 or 7, sometimes 8.
Mm.
So like it's pretty bad for my stomach. Sometimes I have a hard time in the bathroom.
Would you guys say like the food you eat and like how much of the food you eat affects like you guys mentally and physically?
Definitely. I
Definitely,
mean,
yes.
definitely. If you don't eat any, you're gonna
Yeah.
you're actually gonna die. Like
No
at
energy.
practice,
Yeah.
Can't move.
you cannot. No energy. You actually have to eat. Like really, like
So,
Yeah.
what would your like dinner look like? Let's
My
say on an
dinner?
average day, right after a basketball match, what are you eating?
But I mean, it really depends on what my mom makes. But I'm Asian, and I do live in an Asian household, so most of the time it's just really rice, and I also have miso soup, and I also have
Miso
like
soup, that sounds
Miso
good.
soup
like a
is
side
really good.
dish, salad as well,
Yeah.
Mm.
and some meat or any like chicken.
You need that
beef.
protein.
For
Yeah, I
protein,
need
yeah.
protein.
Sure.
Yeah, I think those
What about you, Jimmy?
is common.
Well, rice as usual,
Yeah.
carbs, and then protein of course like beef, pork, chicken, fish. But it's kind of random because I have a helper at my house to cook.
Yeah.
So I just eat wherever there is.
Whatever there is. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
So you're not picky with your food. None of that.
I play with vegetables,
Any
yes.
vegetables?
But I have to eat more. Like actually, I have to eat more.
Yeah.
Like relating a little bit to what we spoke about before, and since obviously we're teenagers and we don't always make the best decisions, how would you say like your sleep is and like how many hours you sleep and maybe what activities affect that? Because I can speak for me and Glenn that we don't get much sleep because we're always studying or we're up playing video games with our friends.
Yeah.
But I'm like a weird guy. Like I get really tired like after school. So
Yeah.
almost every single day after I go home, maybe like 5, I take a nap
You need that nap.
Mm.
for
that
about
nap.
like sometimes it's like 4 hours, sometimes like 2 hours. And honestly, I know that's not as good, cause like most of the time, like after I take a nap, it's probably like 8, right? And then I eat.
Yeah.
And obviously, I take a shower and then like try to go to sleep. But because of that nap, right,
Yeah.
I can't go back
I-
to sleep.
I know what you
Oh.
mean.
And that's
Yeah.
like
yeah.
really bad for me because I'm
Oh.
probably gonna like stay awake until like 1 a.m. something,
Yeah.
which really affects, like how my day goes,
Yeah.
Mm.
right? So I mean, it's not really
Not ideal.
Not-
you
yeah,
need to try
not
to fix
ideal.
that for you.
Yeah, I really do have to fix it.
What about you, Jimmy?
Well, I would say after other training matches, I'd probably have a fair sleep because usually I have
Mm.
matches in the weekends, right? For
Yeah.
Yeah.
my club. So like in the weekends I would get at least 9 hours.
9 hours.
9
That's
hours is
yeah.
good. That is
But like
really
on a
good.
school week, I'd say 7 to 8
I think,
Wow.
is pretty mid for me.
I
like
mean,
we said, I think in last year's grade 10 assembly,
Yes,
you need
yes.
8 to 10 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah.
how
yeah,
many
you're right.
hours do we need?
8 to 10. So
Yeah.
I think we should let's try to get that improved for both of
course.
us. Get
Yeah.
that
Of
8 to
course.
10 hours.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So Jimmy, also and Ria,
Yeah.
like, see, you guys, I must say both of you play two sports because you do.
Yeah,
You guys are
yeah.
sportsmen. You still have to juggle with school and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
How hard is it to maintain that like mental health with that like just trying to like how hard is it to
like keeping up with your
Exactly.
physical health and like sports, but also with your
academics, and just
Academics.
personal life?
yeah.
I would say not as hard because I'm not as busy as like
DP students.
yeah, like
Yeah.
DP
Oh,
students.
yeah.
You guys
But-
don't take IB diploma?
Nah, we are in high
We-
school.
We're in high school
Ah.
diploma, so we're not as busy, right? But still, we actually do have like training games and stuff like that. So I think sometimes, like, 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 homeworks and like assignments are kind of like a big
Yeah,
problem that I
big thing.
have.
Mm.
Yeah.
def-
just keeping
Yeah.
track with that,
Yeah,
making sure it's done on time.
mhm,
I say sometimes you just need to relax a bit. And
Yeah,
then go out and just do something that just gonna like relax. Stay
Mhm.
home, watch a movie or something.
yeah.
Eat some unhealthy snacks.
Mm.
Every now and then,
It
everything in
helps, it
moderation.
helps.
Everything in
Yes,
moderation.
anything that calms you down or like relaxes you is just gonna be helpful.
Mm.
All right. Well, I think that's
Wait,
all
wait.
of our questions for both of you guys. Thank you
Mhm.
so much
Thank
for
you.
being on Mind of
Thank
the
you.
Pack.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And this is your host Glenn signing out.
This is Olaf, your host, also signing out. Have a
Bye.
nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.